Honestly, one of the hardest things we had to cut this year wasn't a business goal. It was family. And it hurt.
This year we celebrated the Lunar New Year, which is the year of the fire horse. Now it's supposed to symbolize momentum and bold movement. That's exactly what we wanted, to hit the ground running. But ambition doesn't erase capacity. So we've been sitting down at a cafe every week talking about our year and how we want it to come out. So we're going through our process for sync, select, and strategize. And we came up with 20 priorities for the year. And we narrowed it down to just 3 priorities. And it got really difficult because it came down to about maybe 5 that were really important to us. And one of them included taking over the financial responsibilities for his grandma.
Grandma has always been a very pivotal part of my life. My grandma's house was the Mecca, right? It was where everybody gathered, it's where everybody met. Even still today, that's where we go to when we go visit. That's where we go. She's the first stop. But she's always been someone that I've always wanted to give back to. She raised us. Or you hear people say grandmas are second moms, or they are the guardian or whatever. Grandma really was mom. She was really the one that we all confide in, and she's the one that we all want to protect.
So basically, we sent this priority and all of our priorities through the select process, and that's where we list it, we filter it down, and then we ask ourselves, will this priority move us forward this year? All of them will move us forward, but the question is, this year, will this priority move us forward towards the life that we're trying to build?
As we're going through this list and we're creating this list of priorities, it didn't occur to me that this was the item that might not make the cut. None of them did, actually. Now that I think about it, none of the priorities felt like, they weren't going to make it, right?
All 20?
They were priorities, right? We're writing priorities. And so when we got to a point where, okay, let's look at it financially, what can we really do this year? And a lot of these things are starting to get cut out. That was the one that really kind of, it still hurts.
It affected you?
It still affects me now that, that it's not going to happen right away.
It was really, will this tank us if we take this on? So it's all about what we had the capacity to do. And even though it's in our heart to take care of her, and it's been on our heart for quite some time, it's like, if you take this on, you are going to sink. And I think that's a reality that a lot of people don't want to come to terms with when they take on the care of other people. They're just like, we have to do it. Someone has to do it. And, we're gonna figure it out. But if you are able to separate your love from logic, you can realize that if it's not time, it's not time.
Grandma's 84 years old. She's been retired for 20 years. And I still feel like she hasn't got to experience what retirement could be in its full totality. So I've always wanted to be like, I need to hurry up and get something going. I need to hurry up and get moving so that I could show her this is what life is really like. This is what, dreams, this is what freedom is really like.
she's not destitute. She has her own home. She's independent. She doesn't need like a nurse or anything. But she's getting to the point where it's harder to get around. It's harder to keep up with her house, like keeping it, maintained. And she's getting to that age where she needs somebody to just make sure she is eating healthy. She's getting outside, taking walks, like she's active, engaged. And we just can't do it this year. So it's not about rejecting priorities, because each of them are important. It's about sequence. The order in which you seek out your priorities matters, because if we would have took this priority on this year, that would delay several priorities in the upcoming years, because we would just be under water for a long time trying to supplement her care and take care of our own lives at the same time if we took this on this year. Now, let's say next year we're in a much better place financially. It could be a possibility.
Which we will be.
We absolutely will be. But if we were to take her on this year, we may not even get to the point of being stable. So that's what made it a really hard decision. But that's what the select process helps you do. It helps you filter down logically of what moves the needle now.
I know this is what's best for the family to get stable. And it makes sense, right? Logically, it makes sense to be able for us to be stable before we can take on anything else, right? That makes sense to me in my mind. When you get on the airplane, they tell you to secure yourself before you secure others. But
you're still disappointed.
I am still disappointed that it's not happening.
By the time we're able to take over for your grandma, it won't be she'll just be getting by or she'll just have the bare minimum.
Right.
It will be she will be comfortable. Mm-hmm. Like she'll be more than comfortable, and we can start showing her things that she hasn't experienced before.
That's what I'm excited for.
And doing things worthwhile.
Mm-hmm. So we're choosing financial stability and capacity this year. So when we do step in for family, we're not breaking ourselves. But make sure you come back. Make sure you subscribe. Hit the bell to be notified when we post our videos. Keep building together, but never lose your love. We'll see y'all next time.